Hello, this is Joey from Two Blokes from Blighty, and before we get into today's episode, we're going to hear from our friends of the Podpack Collective, Two Girls, One Reusable Cup.
Take it away, gang.
Hello, we are Two Girls, One Reusable Cup, a podcast all about living a low-waste lifestyle in your 20s, hosted by Beth and Marie. We are just your average consumer trying to make the best decisions for people and planet. And we mess up. A lot.
And the next morning had a massive hangover and I was like, where's my reusable straw? No, my prized possession.
You know, toothpaste is like one of the jumping off points of this podcast, and it also was one of the jumping off points of my very large dentist bill.
And they put it in just standard plastic cup with a plastic lid. But don't worry, folks, they put a paper straw in it, which I think I slurped twice and then it disintegrated.
Wait, you've never learned how to ride a bike?
So kudos to my dad, he tried to teach me and I was just a pain.
I love how unforgiving you are of the fact that this was 1,800 metres above sea level. But where was my quiche?
Grab a cup of tea, sit down with us, and come and join the Sustainable Support Group.
There you have it. Check out Two Girls, One Reusable Cup. Proud member of the Podpack Collective, very much like ourselves, Tim.
Yeah.
Let's get into this episode. If I can find the intro jingle. There it is. Nope. Nope.
Hold. That's the outro, Joey. And just like that, we're back. Only you can take the wet pain away. No contact. Fuck that. I'll be in your bed by Saturday. This is Tim from Two Blokes from Blighty, and I'm joined by my brother, Joey Fitz.
That was aggressively seductive, Tim.
Oh, it's my tone right now.
What, aggressively seductive?
You audience don't know what kind of episode this is going to be.
Mainly to people on the bus or on the way into work. Very good, Tim. Had a fun day. Got some things to talk to you about, which would be good.
Oh, yeah?
Forgot that I was meant to do a thing about legends or lore, local lore.
Oh, yeah.
But don't worry, I'll come up with something, and definitely not AI in the episode.
Cool.
Which is good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I feel like we're in a loop, Tim. I've just told you how I am.
It's Groundhog Day, the episode, but with sexual
Groundhog Day.
aggression.
It's extreme sexual aggression.
Yeah.
Right, Tim, we always start the same way. So let's start with the pub quiz question.
Pub quiz question of the week. That's not a jingle. That's a sound effect at best.
What we have there is a fucking jingle, Tim.
Pub quiz of the week. Each week I give Joey a series of pub quiz questions, and if he doesn't get one immediately, that becomes our pub quiz question of the week. Sound good?
Ooh, sounds great.
Joey, I'm going to give you 3 topics, and you can pick from one of them.
Okay.
All right. You've got science and nature, food and drink, or
Nope.
video games.
Well, I wonder which one I'll go for. Let's go for video games.
All right, cool. Who's the protagonist of the Halo series?
Master Chief.
Damn right. What game series features the Brotherhood of Steel?
Gears of War.
Nope.
The Brotherhood. Oh, it's fucking Fallout.
Yeah, it is. By the way, did you see the Fallout Season 2 trailer?
Tim, I know that you weren't there, but we streamed the live show.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I saw it. I
It
watched
looks
with
good.
Alex and the lovely boys at Gaming Reviews.
What game is known for the phrase, the cake is a lie?
Portal.
Great. In Animal Crossing, what species of animal is Tom Nook?
He is a raccoon.
Or, I'll accept one of 2 answers, that being one of them.
So you've accepted the answer, so why are we doing
I'll
the
give you a
second
bonus
one?
point if you get the other one.
Oh, fucking marmoset. I don't know.
No, it's a tanuki, but the raccoon is also good.
And I'm very aware before anyone tells me that a marmoset is not a raccoon.
It's a marsupial. What game features a haunted mansion and a ghost catching vacuum cleaner?
Luigi's Mansion.
Damn right. Do you want a real low ball or do you want a really low ball?
Let's do one then the other.
What game series involves catching and battling creatures called Pokemon?
Pal World.
Damn right. And what UK studio created Grand Theft Auto? I want the full
Rockstar.
name.
Rockstar North.
It is Rockstar North. Who is the creator of the Hideo? Never mind.
Is it Hideo Kojima?
Damn right. Which video game is credited for popularizing the battle royale genre?
PUBG.
It is PUBG. What is the name of the princess that Mario's always trying to rescue?
Peach.
Yep.
Princess Peach.
And then last one in this category, because then it's completely cleared out. What year did the original NES system launch?
1992.
1992 is not correct.
Oh, is it 89?
It's not 89. This is the original NES, mind. Not
The
the
thing is-
Super.
Oh, I fucked up here. I was listening to Gaming Views episode on the NES, but I think their episode was the SNES. I listened to it about a week ago, and they must have said it. Is it 85?
It's very close. I'm going to give you one more guess.
84.
No, we're going to come back to it at the end of the episode.
I can't believe I've failed on a video game question.
It's fine. It's the hardest one in the whole bunch.
Well, other ones included, what is the game Pokemon called?
Yep. And what did Hideo Kojima do?
Well, no, it wasn't even that. It was, what is Hideo Kojima? Right, Tim, we're recording on the day that our last episode came out. So that was the bumper DLC I did on my
Good
own.
episode, by the way.
Thank you. That's the 3rd of September.
Yeah, 3 days before my birthday.
Your birthday.
My birthday.
So we are recording this 7 days before.
It's back to normal.
It is, yeah, 7 days before
Just in
this one
time for the
goes out.
series end.
So I think there's 2 more. I think it's this one and 1 more. So we're recording 7 days before. What day is today?
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Okay, that's good. Good jumping off point.
I know that much because I have a lot of meetings tomorrow.
What was yesterday?
Tuesday?
What comes after Tuesday and before Thursday?
This part's always a blur.
Oh, Tim, it's Wednesday.
Oh.
Tim and Joey talking loud, holidays that make them proud. Calendar check every week, which day holds the peak. Valentine's is on a pivot, Christmas Eve sometimes hits it. New Year's Eve can be found smiling on a Wednesday round. It is Wednesday, my dudes, time to shake the mood. Celebrate whatever's there, make the middle week a fair.
So we
Tim,
get,
it is Wednesday. Oh, do you want more?
final episode of the season, we'll do the whole thing.
That's all you
That's
get.
all you
more
get. And that's a
today.
little tease for you,
Little
audience.
tease.
You've
little
heard
tease.
you've heard it before anyway, but
Have we ever played the full thing?
not the full. No, wait, no, it had that weird bridge and like what do they call it when there's like a different version of the chorus? You know what I mean?
Pre-chorus.
No, that's before the chorus. This is a chorus, but it sounds different.
What? Where they go?
They normally
Up
get
an
up a
octave.
pitch, yeah.
I don't know if that hasn't it. It probably does. Tim, I'll be honest with you. It is Wednesday. It is the 10th of September when this episode goes out. The 10th of September is a real mixed bag.
Well, thank God it's not the 11th.
It's a real mixed bag. It's not the 11th. We did have
have
last
one.
year where it was September the 11th.
That was a bit of a skirting round issue.
It was definitely something. So, Tim.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start off strong or not strong? Because there is both in this.
I want to start strong and get worse.
Okay. National Quiet Day.
Is that just be quiet?
Yeah.
Great for a
Celebrating
podcast.
the absence of noise.
All right, good for a podcast then.
Do you know what I love about quiet and weird silence where you don't expect it?
What's that?
5 seconds feels like days.
Oh, it feels like forever.
Just stop. Don't say anything now. Didn't that feel like a long time?
Did you also feel the need to hold your breath?
No, but I did had to suppress a little burp when we did it, so that wasn't good. Tim, the days are so poor this day that I'm including a week in there.
Oh my
We're
god.
still part of the Crayfish Party.
Okay, yep,
If you remember, we spoke about that.
I do.
Chef Appreciation Week,
Sure, okay.
which is good.
Yep.
Yeah, National Waffle Week.
Feel like that ties in with Chef Week.
Love a waffle.
Who doesn't?
Okay. Remember we said we're going down?
Yep.
Okay. National Port Wine Day.
Okay.
National Anti-Junk Light Day.
What does that mean?
Means not using light unnecessarily.
Oh, God, that's boring. Okay.
National Swap Ideas Day.
I like that one.
Get together. It says so. The description says, "Don't keep your ideas to yourself. Get together with friends or family and swap ideas on anything and everything."
I like that one, actually.
I think tomorrow is probably National Shut the Fuck Up About Your Stupid Ideas Day.
That'd be great.
And then finally is National TV Dinner Day.
No. Absolutely not.
You want to offend those chefs that you're appreciating this week?
Yeah.
Buy a TV dinner.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to go with Share an Idea Day.
Okay, how do you want people to celebrate? And don't say share an idea in the Discord.
I would like... Okay, if you're working on something, like a project, put a little tease out there for it, and maybe people can respond to that with ways they would like to contribute.
Ooh. I was disappointed that no one in our Discord said who they'd huck an orange at.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That was unfortunate. I'm going to double check before I say that, because someone's going to go, well, actually, I said it.
Actually, I said a tangerine, so it's not in spirit with the day.
Well, let's not take
I don't know why I'm taking the piss out.
listeners.
So much aggression on my side today.
There's so much, but most of it's sexual. Really
Most of it.
weird.
If not all.
Yeah, no, two blokes from Blighty.
Orange pelting.
Tangerine hooking. So,
Joey, what's an idea that you've had for the podcast before and it never came to light?
So I wanted to make our DLCs tandem with a written article. So I wanted to go down an IGN route.
Yep.
So I could sell IGN plus, but GCP plus, basically.
Yep.
I wanted to do the Prince of Persia Sands of Time game. That didn't come to fruition. What else have I wanted to do? There has been quite a few things that I've wanted to do.
Well, to give the audience an idea, when we were batting around the idea of the IGN format that Joey just mentioned there, it got to the point that I was even like drafting up web pages for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we just realized it's a lot of effort.
Well, I actually don't mind it. I think we could make you're clicking something. It's really distracting.
Sorry, I'm playing with a fidget cube.
I was like, what is going on? I thought I was having some kind of stroke. And not the kind under the desk.
Did you see that guy having a wank at the corn gig?
No.
Oh my God, he got the shit beaten out of him.
Really? I'm going to search this up while I'm talking to you. So please forgive me if I'm looking down at my phone.
Sorry, I'll look at the camera so the camera doesn't have to do much eye tracking stuff.
I wonder if this will get censored by the what's the stupid law? The Online Safety Act.
Oh, I don't know.
So guy wanking at corn gig.
Yeah, it was corn.
The video is called. Oh, I got a Timo advert.
Oh.
No, it's on YouTube.
Oh, you found it?
I just found a man talking about it, which is
no, I saw it on Reddit, I think.
Well, I could get on there because I've submitted my head to Reddit.
You've submitted your head to Reddit. You've head it.
I've head it. Yeah, so I don't think it would be loads of effort to how do we get from IGN to wanking at a corn gig?
Who knows?
So I think it wouldn't be that much effort to write up some reviews alongside it. I got the feeling Alex wasn't too keen on it, which is okay.
That's fine.
I got the feeling, honestly, that you weren't too keen on writing it up, but
I like the idea of building the website, but I'm just not the most creative when it comes to writing.
Yeah, but I thought we could link the episode in, have that play on the thing, and just give a few words or even a picture with a score and stuff.
It's just me giving a thumbs up like that.
Oh, look, there's that guy jorking it at corn. There you go.
Oh, yeah, that's him.
Okay.
And did you get to the punch yet?
Whoa, no, I skipped forward and
And all the cops are there.
there's like 5 cops there.
Yeah.
Well,
His meat must be massive if it needs 5 cops.
They were like, we've called to a disturbance.
There's a snake on the loose.
Very good. What about you, Tim? What ideas for the podcast have you had that didn't come to fruition?
Well, I've got one that I'm actually working on at the minute. And it's not necessarily specific to this podcast or the Fanatic before anyone gets any
Are you
ideas.
cheating on us? with another pod?
No. It's a web app idea I've got. I need to come up with a better name for it because at the moment all I've got is Segway, but all I can think of whenever I hear about that is the guy.
Segway.
Well, that and also the guy who invented it dying by driving one off a cliff while testing brakes.
Yeah.
But the idea with it is that someone could, a podcast host or a YouTuber or whatever, essentially on this web app dumps in a central topic. Let's say we're talking Metal Gear Solid, right?
Mhm.
For one of the episodes. You could the user then puts in maybe 5 or 6 subtopics they want to talk and they want to get to, and if they want to add their own manual connections between them, they can, or if they can't think of one, the idea would be that I would link in with some sort of AI's API to come up with a connection for it, so then they can find a natural segue to that topic.
So it would say, for example, if you were like, it would basically do 7 degrees of separation.
Yeah, but with
For
topics
you.
on a
Oh, that's
specific
cool.
thing. I'm in the very, very early stages of building it at the minute, but
Have you patented it?
no. So it's probably up there.
Cut it from the episode.
Nah.
No, you want everyone to know you're genius.
Yeah, I'm so
Tim, AI, right?
Yeah,
See the segue there.
that's natural. See, the product works.
Have you ever been ribbed by AI?
What
and
does
when
that
I say
mean?
that, I mean like to have the piss taken out of you, not like a sexual thing done to you by AI.
I wish. No, probably. In fact, yes. I asked ChatGPT a little while ago to roast my car.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen people doing that.
Nope.
I'm going to see if it still kept the log. Bear with me. And I told
Okay,
it to get
well-
really mean.
Okay. Well, I was going to tell you my story, but I feel like I would like to follow this rather than be upstaged in my own story.
What's your story while I'm looking for this?
Well, no, because this is literally what I'm trying to avoid happening. I don't want to be upstaged in my own story. So, Tim, my story is the headline act here.
All right. So, I was going to share my screen then, but this is literally a photo of my car, registration plate and all, so I'm probably not going to put it up there. Fact of the
And all
matter
the
is, I have
dongs, you don't want to show that.
yeah, you can see it in the reflection of the panels. So for the audience, I drive a Citroen C3 2010, right?
Mm-hmm.
Decent little car. I say little car. It's quite a big car for a first car, I think.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love my C3PO. I think he's great. But I thought it'd be really funny to tell ChatGPT to roast my car and get really harsh with it. So it's put, I have a Citroen C3, a car that screams, I've given up on life and I'm okay with it. It's got that charm of a lukewarm cup of tea left out overnight, but hey, it exists, right? That black paint job is trying so hard to be sleek, it looks like it's putting on a tuxedo on a potato. It's still just a potato underneath. Those headlights look like they're desperately trying to stay awake, which is ironic because this car might just be the cure for insomnia. I'm not going to read out that part because it does specify my license plate.
Okay.
The wheels, they're so tiny you'd think they belong on a shopping cart, not a car. And speaking of size, the car is so small that if you squint at it, it might just disappear entirely. Perfect for hiding from the embarrassment of driving it. Let's not even begin on the overall design. It's like Citroen thought, how can we make a car that blends into the background so well that no one even notices it's there? Congratulations, mission accomplished. I can barely see it in the picture. So congratulations on owning a car that's about as exciting as a wet weekend in November. It might get you from point A to point B, but it'll do so with all the enthusiasm of a snail on tranquilizers.
Wow. That was more about your car than you, though.
Oh, yeah.
So, Tim,
Yeah.
yesterday I was trying to get a thumbnail for our episode, the DLC one that came out today.
Yeah.
And I put my photo into not ChatGPT, into a different AI and said,
You're uploading your head everywhere.
make this pixel art. I am, which is really silly when I think about it, but
Yeah,
it
it's the age we live in.
So I said, make this pixel art, and it didn't. It fucked about with it, but it didn't make it pixel art. And then I was like, I wonder what this could do. So I started doing things. Made me really old, and it made my photo really old. Made me really young, and it made me really young. And then I tried a prompt that I wished I hadn't. And I said, make this picture more attractive, because I wanted to see what it would do.
Oh, no.
Now, Tim, is your Discord open?
It can be.
So I want you to look at the picture I'm sending you on Discord right now and tell me who that picture looks just like.
Our eldest brother.
It looks exactly the same as our older brother. So in order to make me more attractive, I have to look like our older brother.
That's hilarious.
So this doesn't stop here. Regrettably, I was on the... Not regrettably for this bit. I was on the phone to Alex at the time, just having a chat, hanging out. And I said, look at this, isn't this funny? And he said, you should send that to him and see what he said. And I was like, oh, I dare, you'll never let me forget it, blah, 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 blah. So I did.
Mhm.
I sent it to our older brother, and he said, what can I say? I'm the premium model. And then he replied to the picture that I sent that looks like him and said, he is attractive though. And I said, it's fucking you.
Could picture him looking at that picture going, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Well, I could not believe how much it looks like him.
It is the spit of him.
I was just... Oh.
It looks like the only real difference here is the thickness of the beard.
Thicker beard, little bit slimmer, Tim.
Yeah. No glasses.
And no glasses. I don't think there's glasses. I don't have glasses on the original picture. And my cheeks in the original picture are quite red. So it's taken that out.
Oh.
But
You're not a million miles off.
It looks like our older brother.
Yeah. Whereas if I did it, it'd probably just pull up a picture of Weird Al Yankovic and Bill Bailey's illegitimate child.
I think you should do it and see what it comes up with.
All right, message me with what AI it was, and I'll try it later.
Yeah, I'll message you right now.
Oh wow.
There you go.
Okay.
Pornhub's AI. So
God love it.
Get ready for Tim's spread eagle photo. If you haven't put your ID into Discord, you're going to get flagged by the Online Safety Act for what Tim's going to share. I don't. You haven't even agreed to share it in the Discord, so
It's fantastic. All I have to do is rig up a camera to the ceiling and do jumping jacks over a mirror.
Ew. Okay, cool. So Tim, where would you like to go next?
I mean, Weird History might be fun because I've forgotten what I've written about, but I have got something.
Okay, I also have an urban legend as well.
Oh.
So.
Oh yeah, there's some of these topics that I haven't covered yet.
Okay, well, Tim, let's do Weird History.
Oh, history. Sorry, I've just seen there's a couple of ones here that I have done, and I need to take them off the list. Have I talked about John Brinkley?
What, you need to be more specific than John Brinkley.
What did John Brinkley do? I forget.
I found out, I didn't know that the ChatGPT app does the talky thing all the time. I really like it. So let's just fucking add a third host. Hey, ChatGPT, who's John Brinkley?
John Brinkley was a pretty interesting figure from the early 20th century. He was a medical doctor who became famous
Wait,
for
yes,
his
stop
very
him. I know what this is about.
Stop.
I know what this is about.
Sorry, hold on. Thank you, ChatGPT. I don't need to know anymore.
No worries at all. If you have any other questions or just want to chat about something else, I'm here for it.
Yeah, one quick question. Why did a different AI say that the most attractive version of me is actually my older brother?
Oh, that sounds like a fun and quirky comparison someone made. I guess AI can have a sense of humor too, but it's all in good fun. I'm sure you're awesome in your own way.
Awesome in your own way means fat. Fuck you, ChatGPT.
All right. Do you know what? Let's get John Brinkley out of the way. Being as
Okay.
we're talking about him.
I like how you just let me go with ChatGPT for a little bit there.
Yeah, you're doing your thing. Right. July 8th,
Hey,
1885.
if ever you're not available again,
Go for
I'll
that.
just do an episode with ChatGPT.
See what that does.
Okay, cool.
1885, July 8th.
Yep.
John Romulus Brinkley.
Romulus. I like him already. Wait.
You're
Will
not
I
gonna
regret
like him.
saying?
You're not going
Oh,
to
really?
like him. Was born out of wedlock in North Carolina to Richard Brinkley, a poor mountain man and self-taught medic, and Sarah T. Mingus's cousin, also named Sarah.
Mingus.
Mingus.
Wait. Who is Sarah T. Mingus?
Don't know.
So why did it flag that they were Sarah T. Mingus's cousin?
I think it's just because they were also called Sarah.
What a non-fact.
It's such a non sequitur, but whatever.
It's no bearing at all on poor Sarah.
When John was 5, his mother died of pneumonia and tuberculosis together.
And tuberculosis is the silent killer.
It is. When John was 10, his father died, and he moved in with his aunt Sarah. That's where the aunt comes in. To a home in Tuskegee River, in the Tuskegee River.
The home was in the river.
Yeah, or near the river.
Sea people.
He attended a one-room log cabin school for a few months of the year, finishing his studies at 16 and working as a roving railroad telegrapher.
What a job.
In late 1906, John returned to North Carolina after his Aunt Sally, different aunt, became sick, and she died on December 25th, 1906. Worst Christmas.
It's all getting suspicious.
He was comforted by and then married his former teacher, also called Sally, who was only a year older than him.
Nice.
Okay. In 1907, John's medical career began, where he posed as a Quaker physician in the North Carolina Medical Show, traveling with Sally and selling ineffective patent medicines to rural towns.
Why is there always like traveling shows that these people get involved with? Like
It's a staple of weird history. It's just traveling shows.
Okay.
Later, he worked with a Dr. Birth selling vitriolic techniques. Fertility, not vitriolic. Selling fertility tonics. Marketing them with the phrase, "This will make you get a boner."
Nice.
Seeking to become a real doctor, John moved to Chicago and enrolled in the Bennett School of Eclectic Medicine, an unaccredited institution, so not recognized at all, but here we are. Eclectic practitioners claim to use effective forms of medical treatment, including botanic remedies, one doctor even describing it as the plague spot of the country.
Okay, cool.
During his studies, John worked as a telegrapher, and he and Sally had a daughter named Wanda. Sally left him with Wanda, filed for divorce, but John kidnapped... Wait, no, let me start that again. Sally left him with Wanda, so she took Wanda with her. Filed for divorce, but John then kidnapped Wanda and fled to Canada. Sally later dropped her claims of something, and then they reunited.
Something like kidnapping.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, cool.
The fleeing to Canada's a bit suspicious, though.
It's always Canada.
During his studies, I've done that bit. In his third year of medical school, Sally then left again for North Carolina, pregnant with their second daughter, Erna, spelled N-N-A.
Nah.
John dropped out of medical school, abandoning his tuition debt. After following his family, he found another eclectic medical school in St. Louis, Missouri, but his records were withheld due to the debt at Bennett College in Chicago. Sure.
Okay.
John then bought a medical degree from Kansas City Eclectic Medical University and then returned home to North Carolina to have a third child, Naomi, making them a family of 5. Sally left him again for North Carolina after he refused to give up his goal of becoming a doctor.
Okay.
John moved to South Carolina and opened the Greenville Electromedical Doctors Clinic with Crawford. I forget who Crawford is. Advertising to men with sexual performance concerns. They injected patients with colored water for $25, about $600 in today's money.
Jesus. Colored water.
Colored water, claiming it cured everything from a sleepy demeanor to syphilis.
Okay.
After 2 months, they quickly left Greenville, leaving behind unpaid rent, utility bills, and debts to 30 or 40 local merchants. They moved
But
to
everyone had erections.
everyone was rock hard. They moved to Memphis, Tennessee, where John met and married 21-year-old Minnie Jones in a 4-day courtship, despite still being married to Sally.
After 4 days.
Yeah.
Tim, where is the weird history here? He just sounds like a mental bloke.
He's just a guy.
Is this all it is? Just a man who's done some weird shit?
We're going to get to the weird history in just a minute.
Okay, cool.
During their honeymoon, John was arrested in Knoxville and extradited to Greenville and jailed for practicing medicine without a license for writing bad checks. He snitched on Crawford, leading to Crawford's arrest and their reunion in jail.
Nice.
Bit awkward. John and Crawford settled out of court with the merchants, with Crawford paying most of the several $1,000s. John's new father-in-law paid for John's bail, and Minnie moved to Judsonia, Arkansas.
Anywhere else, Tim?
He moved around.
They moved to Ohio.
You know that song from the Animaniacs where Wacko Warner is like pointing to the different states? It's that.
Peru.
Yeah. So when they moved to Arkansas, Sally then confronted John at his doorstep about their marriage.
Wow. Okay.
Still married. John then took over a doctor's office specializing in diseases of women and children and joined the Army Reserve Medical Corps. He paid off his debt to Bennett College, allowing him to enroll in the Eclectic Medical University in Kansas City and finish the medical degree he had paid for.
It is worth reiterating this man did not actually get a medical degree.
No, he bought one.
Cool.
Yep. As a student, he continued to inject patients with colored waters for various venereal diseases. On May 7th, 1915, John graduated from the Eclectic University, which allowed him to practice medicine in 8 states. He got a job as a doctor for the Swift and Company plant, I don't know what that means, where he learned that goats were the healthiest animals slaughtered on a given farm. This is important.
Okay.
Minnie pressured John to finalize the divorce from Sally, which occurred on February 21st, 1916, and 4 days later, John and Minnie remarried in Missouri. Sorry, that's a very difficult sentence to say in one go.
John
and Minnie remarried in Missouri.
I'll say red lorry, yellow lorry.
Red lorry, yellow lorry.
I'll say it 5 times really quick.
I can't. In 1917, John was called for World War I, but he was discharged after 2 months for having a nervous breakdown.
Okay.
In 1918, John and Minnie moved to Milford, Kansas, where he opened a 16-room clinic, paying good wages and making house calls during the Spanish flu pandemic. A man came to John's clinic seeking a fix for sexual weakness. Jokingly,
we've all had it.
Yeah. Jokingly, John suggested sewing goat testicles into him.
Oh, okay.
The operation was reportedly a success, with the man's life, quote, returning to normal.
Yeah. You fucking what?
The desperate man begged for the procedure, and John agreed performing it for $150 in that kind of time. So that would be what, something like $3,000 today.
Well, $25 was
$600. Yeah.
Work it out, Tim.
Double that, so that's $1,200. Then triple that. Yeah, $3,600.
Okay.
So for $150, he inserted goat testicles into the man's scrotum, and years later, the patient's son revealed that John had paid his father to go along with the experiment, fabricating the story on the man's request. So,
but did the man have goat bollocks or not?
He had goat bollocks, but instead of going to John being like, please fix my balls, he was like, I have an idea that might be funny.
Right, okay.
Brinkley publicized the operation with, quote, beneficial results that they were fabricated, and soon patients lined up for goat testicle transplants. And within months, John had performed over 100 rejuvenation operations a week for $750 a pop, approximately $9,000.
So there's loads of blokes in Missouri walking around with goat bollocks.
Yep. Due to high demand, patients were required to supply their own goats. Makes sense, to be fair. John's reputation soared after a man impregnated his wife post-surgery, leading to newspapers to credit the clinic, and he expanded his claims, promoting that goat glands cured diseases for up to 27 ailments, including dementia and spinal tumors. The American Medical Association, or AMA, began investigating, sending an undercover agent who observed a woman with goat ovaries as a cure for a spinal cord tumor.
Can we call them what they are?
What?
Govaries.
Govaries. The AMA noted that the body typically absorbed goat gonads as foreign matter.
Cool.
In 1920, John attended a demonstration by Sergei Voronov, who grafted monkey testicles into a man, further raising Brinkley's profile despite being barred from entry. Brinkley later conducted his own public demonstration in Chicago, transplanting 34 sets of testicles into 34 patients, including prominent figures while the press observed. So, local politicians in Chicago getting their balls swapped out for goat balls. We truly do live closer to cyberpunk than we think.
Yeah.
In 1922, John was invited to Los Angeles by the LA Times owner Harry Chandler, who challenged him to perform an operation on one of his editors.
I imagine this editor was like,
No.
yeah, wait, what the fuck?
Despite California not recognizing his license, Chandler secured him a 30-day permit, and the operation was considered a success, bringing John accolades from the LA Times. The LA trip proved to be highly profitable, with John earning $40,000 from operating on Hollywood actors. Local businessmen attempted to establish a hospital in Inita for him, but the California Medical Board denied his permanent license due to his resume being, quote, riddled with lies and discrepancies.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
By the eve of the Great Depression, Brinkley had amassed an unimaginable wealth, buying a Soot's Bearcat car and a fur coat for Minnie. He had traveled to the East Coast filming a procedure in Connecticut with the Fox motion picture cameraman. Business continued to expand.
Fox's quality of programming is not improved.
Never changed. Business continued to expand, prompting a 24 by 27 foot addition to his clinic for a special operation room. In 1923, he purchased 4 commercial radio stations in the US. KFKB in Milford, Kansas was included in this list, which is a really large station for the time, and it rapidly grew into a bit of a regional powerhouse. KFKB provided weather, market reports, and featured Western stars, offered college courses over the radio, and included John's fundamental preaching and medical advice program. So through arrangements with pharmacies, he prescribed medicine over the radio.
Okay.
He charged $2 for advice letters that he received and read out over the radio.
Jesus Christ.
His medical question box show, where he diagnosed and prescribed patients without actually seeing them, led to problems. Who knew? As he prescribed patients...
Who'd have thought?
As he prescribed patients who were only available at... he prescribed his treatments at only affiliated pharmacies. So these pharmacies had to strike a deal with John to get the recommendation for him. And these pharmacies charged higher rates, which gave him a cut, and brought in about $14,000 a week, or $200,000 in today's money.
Jesus.
In 1923, Kansas City Post and St. Louis Star published articles exposing the eclectic colleges in Kansas City for selling degrees for $1,000. Connecticut subsequently revoked licenses for all eclectic practitioners, including Brinkley. Investigations led to the arrest of William Sachs, who admitted to selling false credentials to over 15,000 people.
Fucking hell.
Including
Do you know what,
John
though,
Brinkley.
Tim? I have to say, you give me $200,000 a week, I'll sew goat testicles on whoever you want.
Absolutely. Or give prescription over the radio.
I'm not so sure about that.
California indicted John for conspiracy, but the Kansas governor and a former patient of John's denied extradition, citing Brinkley's medical tourism as revenue for Kansas.
Okay.
Brinkley then used his radio station to publicize his victory, attracting more patients globally. He was financially supported in Milford, Kansas, paying for a new sewage system, sidewalks, electricity, a bandstand, apartments for patients and employees, and a new post office. He was named an admiral in the Kansas Navy and sponsored the local baseball team, the Brinkley Goats.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Fearing the legitimate medical establishment, though, John sought foreign medical degree, and after a series of unsuccessful attempts in Dublin, London, and Glasgow, he went to Italy. He hinted at a donation to the University of Pavia and took an intensive 19-day course where he was awarded a medical degree.
Jesus wept.
He
You
later
don't come off well here, Italians. I'm looking at you.
He later returned to Italy for more exams and a further license to practice, and demanded that the AMA list his Pavia degree. However, the AMA contacted Pavia, and they actually reached out to Benito Mussolini, leading to Brinkley's Italian medical degree being rescinded.
I have a thing about Mussolini that I can tell you, which I think is really funny.
Go on.
Have you ever heard of a footballer called Jamie Vardy?
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy was well known for doing things. He's what we call a shit house.
All right, yeah.
He does Eagle celebrations in front of Crystal Palace, which are called the Eagles. He would famously drink full cans of Red Bull before running full pelt across football pitches. He used to learn the languages of the defenders that he went up against so that he could insult them in their native tongue while he played against them.
What a
Which is
dickhead.
fucking brilliant. He was the most frustrating player to play against, but if he was in your team, you loved him. That's top tier shithousery. He recently, this week, signed for an Italian league club where he will be playing against the grandson of
Benito Mussolini. Brilliant.
Jamie Vardy and Mussolini in the same team. No team in Italy has a fucking chance.
While in Europe, Brinkley refined his goat testicle procedure, claiming to improve results by attaching a feeder nerve and blood vessel to the testicles.
So before they were just floating in the ball bag and that was it?
Yeah, like the equivalent of one of those magic 8 balls, but with testicles.
Not likely.
Try again later. Newspapers printed his planted story about his Pavia degree, leading to clinics packed with patients seeking operations. So this seemed to have worked.
I'm guessing that the newspapers didn't say this man achieved his medical degree in 19 days.
Probably not. His publicity stunts included operating on a 71-year-old Chancellor J.J. Tobias, whose photo clicking his heels after the operation was completed was nationally publicized as proof of Brinkley's abilities.
Okay.
He sent out a pamphlet called Paw and More, to an extensive mailing list targeting elderly men with sex issues. The Kansas City Star began publishing articles accusing Brinkley of fraud, and the Federal Radio Commission, the FRC, investigated his broadcasting practices. It was revealed that at his clinic he performed surgery while drunk and used dirty equipment.
Whoa, I'm surprised.
By 1930, he had signed 42 death certificates for testicle transplants that had gone bad. Most of the patients were not sick upon arrival.
Can I have these dirty gonads implanted in you with my drunk, dirty equipment?
Can you imagine?
I'm sure it'll go well.
Can you imagine dying of goat balls?
Can you imagine you in a coffin, an open casket, because he's only mutilated the bottom half,
Yeah.
and the priest going, Tim was a good man, but he'd long to have goat testicles.
He claimed to be one with nature. The Kansas City Medical Board revoked Brinkley's medical license, stating that he performed an organized charlatanism, which is a great word. Lots of points on a Scrabble board. With his clinic closed, he immediately entered politics, though, running for governor of Kansas, and 3 days later on a vindication ticket to regain his license.
Can Americans stop voting in people who are not qualified to do the fucking job?
Please, thanks. Thank you.
Not a shot at the Americans that listen to this, because you're all level-headed, lovely people.
Mm-hmm.
It's the other ones that don't listen.
He used his radio station for campaigning and advocating for public works. One of his policies was 9 goats per person, lower taxes, free textbooks, and old age pension increases. He hired a plane for rallies and sent a reporter a ballless goat after a negative article was written about him.
Can I just say, at the start of this, you said I will not like John Hinckley.
Yeah.
Hinckley?
Brinkley.
Brinkley. You said I wouldn't like John Brinkley, and Tim, you are right. I think this man is a knob.
That's probably the nicest way to put it. He ran as a write-in candidate, but filed too late, and the Kansas Attorney General changed the rules of the election, requiring Junior Brinkley on the ballot, making it not John Brinkley. He received 30% of the vote with an estimated 50,000 disqualified ballots that would have secured him the win. So he would have won.
Christ.
6 months later, the Federal Radio Commission refused to renew KFKB's broadcasting license, citing excessive advertising, obscene material, and his medical question box series being contrary to public interest. He sued
Shock
them.
horror.
Brinkley sued the Federal Radio Commission.
Did Brinkley go on to change his name to Donald Trump?
He might do. He sued, but the courts upheld the decision in Brinkley versus the FRC, a landmark case now cited in broadcast law. He ran for governor again, though, in 1932 and in 1934, but was defeated by Alf Landon. He sold KFKB for $90,000 and moved to Del Rio, Texas, and began building a radio station, XER, later named XERA, across the Mexican border beyond U.S. regulation.
Because why would he do anything within the law at this point?
XERA became the world's most powerful radio station, operating at 300,000 to 1 million watts and reaching across the US, Canada, and sometimes Russia. Its signal was so strong that it made bed springs in the area hum and could be picked up on car headlights. Yeah. Car headlights bed springs would react when he was broadcasting.
Wow.
Brinkley used XERA to promote his clinics and pharmaceuticals and for entertainment. He became known as the granddaddy of country music, providing a national platform for artists like the Carter family and Gene Autry, who are renowned country musicians. He sold various merchandising, including colored water vials, 6 for $100, Peruna for colds, a color box for gray hair, and he rarely used real goat glands in following procedures, substituting them for commercial glandular preparations. He performed prostate operations, vasectomies, adding a squirt of mercurochrome to water to color the urine after vasectomies to make people believe that the vasectomies had worked. And he offered different levels of prostate softening, costing anywhere from $100 to $1,000.
Why are so many people keen to have this man near their genitals?
Oh, I don't know. He earned an estimated $12 million annually between 1933 and 1938. He lived lavishly, owned a 372-foot yacht, a mansion, Cadillacs, private planes, and a number of exotic animals. A competitor, though, was now on the scene. James Middleton. He opened up a clinic in Del Rio, leading to rival gangs forcibly taking patients off of trains and into clinics. Brinkley moved his clinic to Little Rock, where city leaders wouldn't help him stop Middleton. Dr. Morris Fishbane of the AMA published his articles in his journal Hygeia, labeling Brinkley as a quack and his career of being full of filth and falsehood. Brinkley sued Fishbane and the AMA for libel for $250,000, arriving at the trial in a fire-red Cadillac. During the trial, Brinkley's old partner Crawford, now serving time for armed robbery at this point, deposed about their fraudulent past. Brinkley admitted on the stand that he simply slit the human testicle open, popped in a testicle gland, and then sewed up the incision. That's a quote. Rather than grafting them to anything.
Did he not even take the old ones out? So people just walking around with 4 bollocks?
Yeah, 4 balls, half them human, half them goat.
Okay.
After 4 hours of deliberation, the jury exonerated Fishbane and the AMA, legally labeling John Brinkley as a quack. The decision triggered $3 million in malpractice lawsuits against Brinkley, so he's still doing all right, given the $12 million a year he's earning.
This is making me sad.
The move to Little Rock, however, though, failed, forcing him to lay off staff, reduce salaries, and the IRS began investigating him for non-payments. He then opened an aircraft school in Kansas City,
Oh my God! Stop, John.
falsely guaranteeing that mechanics who enrolled would not be drafted into the armed service.
What the fuck?
The US and Mexico reached an agreement on radio bandwidth, leading to the shutdown of XERA. Brinkley was forced to file for bankruptcy in 1941, offering creditors the following assets: a horse, cattle, and 40 goats.
Nice.
In July, the Mexican government seized XERA because Brinkley had broadcast programs sympathetic to the Nazis. He admired Hitler and had decorated his pool tiles in his house with swastikas.
Just when you thought this guy couldn't get any cooler.
In August, after 3 heart attacks, his leg was amputated due to a blood clot.
Good.
So while he was recovering, sorry, I had to channel Bugs Bunny for a second there. While recovering, he was served a 15-count mail fraud indictment, and he died penniless in his sleep in San Antonio of heart failure before the trial. A former patient wrote that Brinkley was bilking me and the whole time, but I liked him anyway. John Romulus Brinkley was buried in Memphis, leaving behind 3 daughters by Sally and 1 by Minnie.
I hope as soon as he died, someone pissed on him.
Yeah? You don't like John
Yeah.
Brinkley that much?
No, I like the story to a point, but I feel like it got far too ridiculous.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was the
That's where I
cut-off?
go. Basically, when he started putting goat testicles in people. Actually, I thought that was quite funny. But when 42 people dead because of it.
Yeah, because of nut rot.
That's where I draw the line, Tim.
Yeah.
I found it so tiresome I took off my glasses. Look at my eyes. I look like piss holes in the snow. I could fall asleep.
That's weird history this week. I was going to do one about a car called Dale, but I think given that we're talking about George Brinkley, it seems apt.
Yeah. Tim, I have this urban legends for you.
Oh, yeah?
And then I've got one other thing, and then I think we should shoot because I think this could run on quite long.
It could. We haven't even
It's
done
not-
jokes.
Oh shit, we haven't done jokes. Okay, let's do jokes after urban legend.
Gather round the fire's glow tonight. Hear whispers dance in the dim torchlight. Tim sits and listens in awe to stories and legends, hear more. It's just some urban legends in it. 2 blokes from Blighty on the ship. Joey's got a story for you, so listen to it all and try not to boo.
I forgot about that bit at the end.
You forgot about the try not
I'm
to poo.
trying to think what that song reminds me of. It's kind of early Kaiser Chiefs.
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
Yeah.
We need to sit here and go, oh!
Like Goku.
Yeah, pretend we're in Dragon Ball Z. That's what they did in all their songs, Kaiser Chiefs.
Yeah.
It was really
Goku
weird
pretended he was the lead
signature.
singer.
Yeah, he said, I predict a level 9,000 riot. Tim, have you ever heard of Madame Koi Koi?
No.
Cool. Well, I'm going to tell you about Madame Koi Koi. So I went last time with the Lamberton worm.
Yep.
Turns out that was a bit too close to home because you'd heard of it. Madame Koi Koi is a popular West African urban legend.
Sure.
An urgent legend.
It's an urgent legend.
It's really well known in Nigeria, Ghana, and other parts within that region. So Sierra Leone and places like that.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of versions of Madame Koi Koi, but I'm going to tell you the Nigerian version, the most popular one, okay?
Okay.
So Madame Koi Koi was once a secondary school teacher. Bless you.
Thank you.
Once a secondary school teacher who had a reputation for being strict and sometimes cruel.
Okay.
Okay. As with all urban legends, it's about making sure the kids behave.
Well,
So
yeah, it's the Yule cat again, isn't it?
yeah. So Madame Koi Koi was strict, she was cruel, but she loved her shiny red high-heeled shoes.
Is she Dorothy?
Okay. Maybe.
Or the Wicked Witch of the
Um,
East, bro?
Is she coming off a little bit sexy right now for you, Tim?
I mean, she's kind of doing it for me.
Just doing it for you. Well, some stories say that she slapped a student so hard it perforated his eardrum and ruptured the ear from the inside.
See, now she's really doing it for me.
Once this happened, Tim, in the legend, she was dismissed from her job. That's a surprise, right?
I've never heard of a legend getting fired.
Well, it's not one from long ago. I don't actually know when it's from. My research
Last
doesn't show me.
week.
But she drives home from her job. That's how recent it is. She had a car.
All right.
But the stories say that she died in a car accident on the way home. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's important. The other version of the story says that she was murdered by angry students.
Oh my god.
And she was based in a boarding school. So this means that her spirit returns to boarding schools and wanders the halls at night. Okay?
Is this going to be an excuse for haunting-based happy slapping?
Well, no. So I bet you're thinking, why is she called Madame Koi Koi?
I now am, yeah.
Well, the Koi Koi comes from the sound of her heels echoing through the halls of the boarding school dorm rooms.
Okay.
Okay. So students describe hearing the Koi Koi late at night when dormitories are dark and quiet, down long corridors, and during lights out in the boarding schools. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes she's described a scene as a woman in red shoes, a flowing dress, and a ghostly aura. While in other stories, a ghostly aura and her testicles are nowhere to be found. While in other stories, she's never seen and only the footsteps can be heard. Okay?
Okay.
So pupils claim to hear koi, koi, koi approaching. And when they look, no one is there.
It sounds like I'm being offered a fish.
Well, I've got a story about a koi
Koi?
fish that I can tell you in a minute. But I feel like it would take us out of the moment if I told you
Sure.
now. I think you probably heard this story, but I'll tell you in a minute. So others say that she appears in mirrors in deserted school bathrooms. It's one of those where people don't really know how she appears, but the legend is you've got to behave and stay in your dorm room after night, otherwise Madame Koi Koi will kill you.
Sure.
So like Bloody Mary, in West Africa, Madame Koi Koi is a shared folklore figure, and her story builds solidarity among students while feeding into their fear. The rumor is if you go out of your dorm room at night and you hear koi, 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 someone offering you that fish, and you turn around and look at it, she will drag you down a corridor and then it will no longer exist and you'll be stuck there forever.
Oh, cool. It's like a purgatory state.
Exactly. So I said to my research paper, which I did, how do I stop Madame Koi Koi? There's a few ways. Number one, prayers and psalms.
Yep, classic. Okay.
So reading Bible verses will stop and protect you from Madame Koi Koi. This is because there's a really strong religious culture in those schools. So it's quite natural that would be one of the in that region. So that would be naturally a way that you ward off this spirit. So staying still and silent.
Interesting.
If you hear her heels, but you don't move or investigate, she only targets students who are curious or wander around at night.
Am I to believe that this ghost is also a T-Rex?
Yes.
Right.
It's a really loud koi, koi, koi.
The T-Rex in heels.
Yeah. A common piece of advice is if you hear her heels behind you, do not turn around. Looking back gives her power over you, and that's when she drags you down the corridor that will no longer exist.
Okay.
Okay. Stories claim that keeping your own shoes beside your bed protect you because Madame Koi Koi respects students that keep order.
Interesting.
And finally, students insist that she rarely appears when pupils are together, so staying together will keep you safe.
Okay, sure.
Now, I've heard another version of this story where Madame Koi Koi was in this car accident on the way home from work after being fired, and she actually lost one of her legs.
Oh. Oh, did you just go koi? Have I called it?
You called it. Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
But yeah, no, the thing I said was like, you'll just hit koi,
Koi.
koi.
And then maybe like a little bit of tripping as she meets some stairs.
Yeah. The research paper I read on Madame Koiko was very keen to point out that she's an urban legend and not real. So the mystery and fear is what keeps the story alive. There is nothing real in Madame Koi
Thanks,
Koi.
certified researcher.
But I thought you might enjoy Madame Koi Koi. That's all that you get from it, I'm afraid.
I like the
It's
idea.
not
I feel like that
it's
could be
not-
what's that bloody ghost hunting game we sometimes play? Phasmophobia. I feel like it should be a Phasmophobia thing.
Yeah, I mean, there is a Netflix series on Madame Koi Koi.
Oh.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, Madame Koi Koi. There's a Netflix series. Just thought it was a fun story.
Yeah,
about perforating and rupturing eardrums. Tim, I have something for you.
Yep.
Now, it's no secret that this will come out on Wednesday, and on Monday is our cutscenes episode.
Yes.
So I have the boys watching Dead Rising Watchtower, which is obviously a Dead Rising movie. Now, there is more than one Dead Rising movie, which I was very excited to find out. Tim, this is the version that I didn't get you and Alex to watch. So just imagine what we've got going on here. And for any listeners that are on Spotify, you can do us on video. If you're not on Spotify, go over to our YouTube channel. I'll upload the video so you can see Tim's reaction. Tim, I want you to talk through what you're seeing on this, okay?
All right, cool. Right, we've got the old school Capcom logo.
Can you hear that okay?
It's a little weird sounding.
But you can hear it.
I think so. KGA Inafune film.
Really rising in our city?
Oh my god, that is a bad zombie effect already.
Overrun with the walking dead.
The zombies go nuts at night. We'd better find some place around here tonight.
That's a very wooden acting as well.
What the hell are you doing in here?
We'll definitely leave in the morning.
We'll face a terrifying night in hell.
Get out of here.
He's just hit them with a person in a wheelchair.
Get out of here.
A visionary invite you to
It's not the maddest thing you're going to see, Tim.
a new kind of first-person action.
Sorry, it's a
film.
first-person movie.
No, it's
I'm a
not.
nurse, as you can tell. My name's Mary.
Mary, your shoulder. Are you infected?
I refuse to die in this dump.
You alright, zombie girl? Stop it! Huh?
Oh my god, it's a spiky wheelchair covered in chainsaws.
Powering himself using the chainsaw.
Zombrex, Dead Rising Sun.
They are just straight up playing Dead Rising 2 in the trailer. But like, oh, wow, a jump scare at the end. It looks shit. It looks very, very budget, but that's my kind of movie.
Are you going to go out and find Zombrex Dead Rising Sun?
Might, because I love trash.
The bit where he's in the wheelchair powering himself with a chainsaw.
By putting the chainsaw on the ground and letting the chains do the pulling.
Just awesome.
Fantastic.
Right, well, listen out on Monday to hear Tim's thoughts on the actual Dead Rising movie that we're watching, Dead Rising Watchtower.
Can't believe we're watching a cheap knockoff of that.
I know. Tim, we're going to do some jokes and then we'll get the fudge out of here, okay?
Ready when you are.
So, here we go.
That's pretty funny, to be fair. That joke was weak. I misread that as that's the joke of the week. It's joke of the week.
So it's our joke of the week section where Tim and I will tell each other some hilarious jokes with the goal to make the other person laugh. You have to try your hardest not to laugh, and if you laugh, the joke of the week section is over, and that joke is crowned the joke of the week. Tim, would you like to go first?
Sure. How does a lawyer say goodbye?
I don't know.
I'll be suing you.
That book loves jokes about lawyers. My boss hates it when I shorten his name to Dick. It's probably because his name is Steve.
I used to make really bad chemistry jokes, but that's because all the good ones are gone. No?
Good. No, my therapist told me I need to stop making up scenarios in my head. That's weird. I don't even have a therapist.
It's very meta.
Good.
Very meta. Why do lazy people eat toilet paper?
Don't know.
So it wipes on the way out.
Life hack.
Yep. You're all welcome.
Yeah. Bugs Bunny won't accept files to his Google Drive. He'll only take a WhatsApp doc.
It's good. Good. Where do mice park their boats?
Where do mice park their boats?
At the Hickory Dickory Dock.
Okay. My girlfriend says I ruined her birthday again, which is crazy. I didn't even know her birthday was yesterday.
Okay.
That was so fucking weak.
It just caught me off guard. That's pretty funny, to be fair. That joke was weak. I misread that as that's the joke of the week.
So in what is potentially our weakest ever joke of the week, my girlfriend said I ruined her birthday again, which is crazy. I didn't even know her birthday was yesterday.
It just caught me off guard.
Yeah. Tim, I know that next episode is our last of this series.
Yep.
Are you bringing Dom out to do Josh's quiz?
Yeah, I'll get him out.
Okay.
He's probably
Get
had
your
enough
old-
time to find enough stuff for the quiz.
Get your old chap out.
Zip.
Right, Tim, you need to tell me the
pop
video
quiz.
game quiz question, and then let's get out of here.
When did the Nintendo Entertainment System launch, Joey?
1986.
I'm going to give you one more guess.
1982.
No, it's 1983.
Fuck's, I guessed 4 and 2.
Yes.
Well, okay.
Good.
Well, there you go. There's pop quiz question of the week.
All right. We'll see everyone next week.
We'll see everyone next week.
Take that, you
you
bastards.
bastards, and we'll bye, 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 bye,
Bye.
bye, 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 bye. And that's when I said, this doesn't taste like human meat at all.
Tastes like goat meat.